Hey, this is Doug. Welcome to Backcountry Pilgrim, a channel all about hiking, camping, backpacking, and the gear that goes with it. As part of my gear purge and purchase of 2022, I just got what should be my very last backpack. I mean, until I get another one. The pack I went with is the Ultralight Adventure, or ULA Circuit. The ULA Circuit is consistently ranked among the top picks, and while at first glance the ULA Circuit just seems to be another one of several of the same kind of modeled packs, this one had some specific features that I really liked, and it was also highly customizable. In fact, I actually ended up having about an hour-long conversation on the phone with Peter of ULA, and he gave me some tips, and we talked through some things, and while we were discussing all of the features that I wanted and why I wanted them, I noticed that they had a very bright orange color option in the X pack, and I laughingly said, well, definitely going to be getting it in the orange, obviously, and Peter laughed and he said, well, bring some sunglasses because this is a very intense orange. I'm not really sure you're going to like it. Well, occasionally I like having some gear in an audaciously bright color, and I thought since I can put a lot of black on the pack, the accents would look really cool in this bright orange. And so Peter laughed and said, okay, well, if you want it, that's what we'll do. So he sent it to me, and I'm going to do the unboxing for you right now. Peter said that this thing was really bright and I should wear sunglasses. I'm pretty sure he was exaggerating, but what is that? It's beautiful! Peter was not kidding. Are you ready for this? I'm sure the video is not really translating just how bright orange this is. My gosh. This would be like if you were doing work on the freeway and they gave you one of those orange vests. This is the orange that it would look like on like the very first day. All right, I'm going to run down the pack features for you right now, the standard ones, as well as calling out the modifications that I had done besides the intense bright orange color. At first glance, the Circuit kind of looks like your standard model ultralight pack. It's about a 40-liter body, 45 if you extend the roll top up. You've got a big stretch mesh pocket in the front and side pockets on the bottom. And really, as far as storage goes, that is about it. Because of all these extra pockets, this is considered a 70-liter pack. You've got about 30 liters worth of potential storage on the outside, and that was pretty much exactly what I was looking for, because the things that I want to carry on the outside, like my cook kit or my tent, I don't want to have to open up the backpack to the elements where maybe rain or something is coming in through the top and potentially getting clothes or my sleep quilt wet. Of course, I would always use a waterproof liner inside because although X-Pack sheds water, the seams are not sealed. Part of the reason that ULA does not seam seal X-Pack is that although it is possible, it's very difficult, and if any moisture were to get in, either through a part of the seam seal that failed or just by opening it up in the rain, that moisture cannot escape if the pack can't breathe at all. So this is kind of the closest thing to a happy medium I was able to find as far as waterproofing went. On the back of the pack, I chose the J straps. They also have the S straps if you're a little wider in the shoulders or female, and that will fit you better. The harness system comes stock with some of the most adjustability that I have ever seen. You've got load lifters that actually adjust at 2 different points to make sure that not only is the pack where you want it angle-wise on your back, but also where the straps fall on your shoulders. Next, you have a couple daisy chains going down the front as well as loops, and these go with some of the accessories that ULA makes, or you can just carabine or something else on there. You have an adjustable chest strap with about 6 inches worth of play in the strap. The hip belt has a dual strap construction, so you can actually tailor the angle that the hip belt is at, as well as how tight it is. And then on the back, you have what seems to be kind of a load lifter for the hip belt. So you can actually control how far the pack is away from you at the bottom and at the top. Now all that comes standard. I added a Y-strap for the top of the pack instead of the single strap that it comes with. And I got bottom straps because there's just sometimes I like to put like nasty, dirty stuff on the bottom of the pack. This cordage, which reinforces the mesh pocket, comes standard, but this does not. As you can see right here, I've got a crisscross bit of cordage. This is to keep tall things in the pocket from falling over or act as kind of a backup compression strap for the sides of the pack. This is something that I had Peter do special. I actually designed it myself. I sent him a mock-up picture of these and he basically built it exactly the way I asked. I'm very happy with this system. Now you can get this pack in various materials, a heavy-duty Robic nylon as well as X-Pack. I went with a mix of different X-Pack fabrics. VX25 to give me that hot orange color, VX21 in black, and then for the bottom panel and the side pockets, I went with an X50. That's quite a bit tougher material. I figured that's where the pack's going to be sat down and pockets may be getting snagged on branches and that sort of thing. So I went with a little tougher materials for those areas. This pack comes in stock at about 37 ounces. Mine weighs about 40 because of the extra straps and stuff that I had added, as well as the heavier duty material. One of the things I love about this pack is the pockets. These pockets are huge. I can actually get my 1100 milliliter cook kit inside one of these pockets. And one of the coolest things is that these pockets, while made of material, also have cordage to cinch down if you don't need them to be quite so big. And what this does is it gives you the properties of a material pocket and a stretch mesh pocket all in one. The pockets on the hip belt are pretty roomy. They have a weather-resistant zipper, and I can get my entire hand in here. So these come on both sides, sewn in. As far as the interior of the pack, no big surprises here. It is basically one big sack. There is no hydration sleeve. There are some clips if you want to add something like that in there, but that is something that you would purchase extra from the website. As far as compression straps, the roll top can clip to itself, but it also has the side compression straps, which I like a lot. This allows the top to really get pulled down and not form a big knot on top that can collect water. And right underneath these, you have side compression straps that can also use to retain something tall up the side of the pack as long as it gets pretty much near the very top. And all these straps are finished off by a haul loop. And finally, you've got some extra cordage at both corners, top and bottom, to do trekking poles or an ice axe loop or something like that. The back of the pack is a mesh-covered foam panel that is very comfortable. I was able to put the entire BV500 in here with hardly any lining in between it and my back, and it was very comfortable. Didn't really even notice it was there. One of the really cool things about the ULA Circuit is that the hip belt is adjustable. It can go up and down a bit through two massive Velcro patches in here. This thing is going to get dialed in perfectly for you because as long as you've ordered the pack in about the right size, the hip belt adjustment should dial it in perfectly. So that's it. This is my custom Backcountry Pilgrim ULA Circuit backpack. If you are looking for a lightweight pack and you want something that's customizable, well-made, made in the USA, give ULA a call. Peter will work with you. He is amazing. You can choose the materials, you can choose the configuration. They'll pretty much do anything you are willing to pay for. This pack is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to using it this year as my main backpacking backpack. All right, I hope this video has been entertaining and informative to you. If it has, would you mind giving it a like? And subscribe to Backcountry Pilgrim if you want to know when new videos drop. Also, click that bell, and I will see you next time. As always, I'm Doug. Thank you for watching.